The #1 reason why my YouTube output rate was reduced by 75% in 2018 was the new job that I got. It's fun and challenging and creatively fulfilling, and I get to make videos all day, every day, so you'll excuse me if I no longer get the itch to come home and make kitchen vids until bedtime. But against all odds, here I am, still kicking and still cooking, but it's 2019 now, and after a whole year, I still didn't have a good answer to the question that I was previously lucky enough to avoid with a lazy, non-demanding job. What's for breakfast when you've got 30 seconds to grab something and run out the door? This would be so much easier if I could get past my long-standing assertion that cereal is just dog food for humans. What ended up striking that balance of homey, fresh, available, and nutritious breakfast to go was poached eggs over polenta. I'll show you how it's done with all the effort front-loaded so you can put it together late in the weekend and not think about it for the rest of the week. First, cook a big batch of polenta and make it runnier than you think. I'm talking like a 4-to-1 ratio of water to grain. Don't follow the package instructions or it'll congeal into a brick in the fridge. There's a link in the description for a whole article about polenta consistency if you want to take a deep dive, but remember, this is a video for people hard pressed on time, so let's keep it moving. While the polenta is bubbling away, cook 10 eggs sous vide. That's 2 eggs a day for a 5-day work week, plus 2 raw ones left over from your dozen to keep in the fridge for baking or other recipes. Cook them for 12 minutes in a 167-degree bath, and if you don't like poached eggs or if you don't have an immersion circulator, you could soft boil them. But honestly, these machines are getting cheaper every day, and they open up so many possibilities in your kitchen, so consider taking the plunge. This polenta is cooked all the way through. I will finish it with just a little bit of butter for some richness and gloss, and that's the only thing I will add on camera. You think comedians are scared of saying the wrong thing on camera after the internet came along? Try saying one wrong word about the preparation of any Italian food. I'm gonna let this cool off for a minute while I fish out the eggs. Bree, check the windows and make sure there aren't any paisanos listening in on us. Okay, 12 minutes have passed. These eggs are cooked and, more importantly, pasteurized right in the shell. Shock them in an ice bath so that they don't keep on cooking, and after a few minutes in the ice bath, they are safe to store in your fridge. Keep them in a basket or something so that you don't confuse them for raw eggs. Portion out your polenta equally among 5 containers, and like I said, the eggs are pasteurized now in their own little cryo chambers, but this polenta has water and dairy in it, so I'm a little less confident in its long-term lifespan in the fridge. So I will put 2 in the fridge and 3 in the freezer. And that's it. Your entire work week is ready to start with a super fast breakfast. I'll show you how it all comes together. Every morning I take 1 bowl of polenta out of the fridge and replace it with one of the frozen bowls from the freezer. That one can now slowly defrost over the next 2 days. Now I can throw 2 whole eggs, shell and all, into this self-contained breakfast bowl, pop a lid on it, and pop it into my backpack. Now hurry up and get to the office because you're about to turn the break room into a gourmet bistro. Upon arrival to the office, take the eggs out and microwave the polenta for a minute until it's hot. You do remember all of the hot tips on microwaving that I divulged in a previous video, right? When the polenta returns to its hot molten state, stir it around and crack the 2 poached eggs into the bowl. The lid goes on loosely so it traps steam but doesn't explode, and now I can reheat it for another 45 seconds. The eggs start to sink into the soft polenta, helping the whites to firm up while still insulating that delicate yolk. There's just one thing missing, and yes, I do keep salt and pepper at my desk so I can finish these 2 unseasoned eggs before eating. Snatch a plastic spoon from the break room, and breakfast is served. I will admit, corn, dairy, and eggs is a very American list of ingredients, and that's not always a great thing for breakfast to be. If you're not eating vegetables for lunch and dinner, you're gonna develop some nutrition gaps pretty quickly. You can compensate for that by throwing some cooked veggies on top of the polenta. In the description, there is a link to an easy spring vegetable stir fry to fortify your meal with adequate fiber and nutrition. If you are totally corn averse due to allergies or dietary cult membership, you could replace the polenta base with some kind of cauliflower mash or sweet potato puree or whatever you do prefer to eat. For me, this checks all the boxes: filling, freezable, and fast. And you know me, I am all about reliable results and fast delivery. Well, that's my upload quota for the quarter. See you in November.